Hi everybody, we're going to talk about what's on. So today I'm wearing the Armoury's Model 103 suit. This is from this year's collection. And this particular one has been made for the Armoury's 15th anniversary, which is kind of cool. We are still alive, thank God. I'm still in a job. And the fabric is particularly interesting. The fabric is camel hair, and it's camel hair suiting by Piacenza. But I will come back to this in a second. I'm wearing an ascot Chang button-down shirt, a very old Drake's tie that, I think this came out in 2013 or 14, and I just loved the pattern so much, but I almost never wear it because I could never figure out what to wear it with. And then somehow with this particular suit, it was just perfect, and I was like, oh, thank God, finally I could take that tie out of my closet. Shoe-wise, I'm wearing a pair of Cannon's Bespoke loafers. We unfortunately don't rep Cannon's Bespoke, but I have to say the work is very good. So if you ever get a chance to meet Simon Bolzoni and the gang, wonderful people, wonderful shoes. Now, so going back to the suit, what's this all about? Camel hair suits are not really a thing. As far as I can remember, I've never seen a camel hair suit before. I think Piacenza actually might be the first ones to ever do it. And the reason for that is camel hair as a fiber is quite different from a wool fiber. So you need to make, if you want to make a worsted cloth like this, i.e. a cloth that's kind of like clean finish, a little bit crisp, you need a relatively fine fiber. And camel hair actually typically is a little bit chunkier. The only way you can get a fiber that's fine enough to make camel hair suiting cloth is to use baby camel hair. So actually the camel hair suits are made of baby camel hair fiber. Now what's interesting about camel hair fiber versus wool fiber is camel hair fibers are also hollow, whereas wool fibers are solid and scaly. And as a result, having that hollow air pocket inside every fiber actually allows the cloth to be quite good at regulating body temperature. It's a relatively good insulator for its weight, but at the same time, you'll never feel like you're overheating in camel hair. And it actually has pretty good drape properties. I mean, this is really like the first time I've ever owned a camel hair suit. And I've been sitting down most of the day, running around doing a million things. And I find the way it's still hanging at the end of the day, pretty good. I'm pretty impressed. Like you hang it up at night and it really bounces back to its original shape, which is wonderful. Last thing to keep in mind about camel hair is that camel hair does not really take color in the same way that wool and cashmere does. If you spend a lot of time with cloth and with fibers, you do find that there's like little nuances to how different materials take color. Camel hair always retains that like slightly creamy, beige-ish undertone, even if you try to dye it in navy. So like there's, for instance, navy camel hair suits in this book, but if you look at them, they're not like a deep inky navy like you might get with wool or with cashmere. There's like a little undertone of yellow in there, which can be kind of nice. But for that reason, I like it best in these quite close to true natural camel hair colors, because I just think that, excuse me, because I just think that color comes out so beautifully. So check it out. Piacenza, we work with VBC a lot because they do incredible kind of basics and workhorses as well as some fancier things. But Piacenza is really the mill for when it comes to like unusual, what we call noble fibers. So things like cashmere, camel hair, vicuña, that's their territory. All right, the Model 103 is available in stock online. We have it in the stores already. And the 103 is great, handmade, feels real light, fits a lot of people. It's a good suit. All right, thank you for watching.